Hey, check it out. Hey, it's Kirk Duncan here and super excited to be with you because we are doing some coaching here, some mentoring, and I am your coach today. Now, if this is the first time you've ever met me, I just want to take a minute here and introduce myself. But wait, let me just check in. Can you hear my voice? If you can hear my voice, click the raise the hand button at the bottom of your screen. Okay, cool. All right, I just want to make sure you can hear me and that I'm not just talking to myself inside this room. That'd be funny. Okay, just to introduce myself here, my name's Kirk, and my sweetie pie and I, Kim and I, we are on a mission to help people, and you are a people person. And we have had some incredible changes happen in our life that we feel like we ought to tell everybody about, because if we can change, anybody can change. And so that's my sweetie pie. Just a little bit of an introduction. When I was a little guy, that's my dad and me when I was little. When I was little, I was a cool kid, right? As a cool kid, you got to have the cool glasses and, of course, the cool haircut. But hey, when growing up, I just want you to know, when it came to school was not my favorite place to be. Imagine that, right? I don't know. I know there's a few kids who like school, but it just wasn't my favorite place. I love to go fishing. That's what I like to do. And I really enjoyed the outdoors. So school, I didn't do very well. Even trying to get all motivated to go and everything, it just didn't click. I really, really had a tough time. And so if you're a late bloomer, if it takes you a while to learn things, I totally get it. If you don't like learning and you're being forced to sit here and watch this right now, I totally get it. You're not alone. Here's me and homework. I just could not stand homework. My escape from homework was I would pretend like I was asleep. And my mom would be like, "Kirk, wake up. You got to do your homework." And so I didn't do very good in school. And I hope you do. I hope you do your homework. I hope you follow through, because it's one of those things I look back on and I wish I would have done better, because it would have helped me. It would have helped me so much better. I'd be further than where I am right now. Well, the good thing is I finally clicked in, at 35 years old. See, today I'm 52. My birthday was last week. And last Sunday. And I finally clicked in, I'm 52 now, but I finally clicked in at 35 years old, and I started to get my act together. Now, I know that was like a little bit late than, going to grade school, middle school, high school, and those kind of classes. But I finally clicked in at 35 years old, and I started to work on my life, my education, how I saw life, how I saw myself. I started to change. But then what happened is a bunch of people started asking me how I was changing. And so I started teaching them. Over the years, the audiences grew and the classes grew, and I started teaching people all over the world. I mean, it's like, wait a minute. Did I know I was going to do this? No. But all these cool things happened along the way when I decided that I cared. When I decided I cared about my life, I started to learn some really cool things, and it really helped me, and it's helped me help a lot of people. And I get it, when we're young and we're kids, we don't really care about a lot of stuff. The things we care about are things like, is my bike cool? Are my friends cool? Is my brother cool? This is me, my friend, and my brother. And, back then it was just like, I only cared about myself. I did. I only cared about myself. And I cared about how I felt. And I cared about, what I got. And I cared if I got food, or, I cared if I could play or not. I was really, really focused on just myself. And I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to have to do homework. I just wanted to play all the time. Right? Because that's what I want to do as a kid, is play all the time. I did not know back then as a kid how important it is to learn. I did not know. And my mom and dad tried. Oh, they tried. They tried to encourage me to learn, but I thought I was the smarty pants. And I thought my mom and dad were messed up and that they were just trying to ruin my life by having me learn stuff. But if I could time travel, if I could time travel and go back to this day right here, this day, this moment right here, and I could talk to myself and say to myself, hey, try harder in school. Like, pay attention. It's okay. If it's hard, it's okay. You just stick with it. I wish I could go back in time travel and say, hey, it's worth it. You should listen. You should learn. And because it's going to help you for the rest of your life, the more you understand life. And so seriously, if anybody has a time machine, I just want to borrow it so I can go back there and say, hey, Kirk, I know you think you got a cool bike, but there's other things in life that are cool that you're going to wish you would have learned when you were a kid. You're going to wish you would have learned. Now this is me as a youngster, but now here's me. I'm a dad. I'm a grandpa. This is my grandkids. All these little people are my grandkids. There's my son, my other son. I got 3 boys. This is my sweetie pie, Kim, and this is my cool family. So I encourage my kids, and I'm going to be encouraging my grandkids to learn the important things of life, right? The really important things about life. And so that they don't get lost and they don't get stuck and they don't get depressed and they don't get, into super discouraged about life. I want to teach them how to keep their heads straight. So the very things that I teach my kids now, because now I'm still a kid, I'm just a big kid, right? I'm older, I'm halfway to 100 years old. But the very things that I'm teaching my kids and I'm teaching my grandkids, I'm going to teach you here. What I wish I would have known when I was a kid. Now, how old am I here? What am I? Probably, let's go with 12. I didn't look on the back of the picture. I'm going to guess I'm 12, but let's just call me 12. At 12 years old, there's certain things. Oh, I wish I would have known. It would have helped me a lot. So I'm going to show you today another piece or another part of what I wish I would have known. So since I can't time travel and go back to this moment, I'm going to teach you. Now, this program is for you. If your mom and dad are sitting there and they're listening to this, that's cool. They can listen, but I'm talking to you, and maybe you're 12 years old or 14 or 19 or, but if you're in that age between, I think there's some pretty wise 11-year-olds, 12, 10, 11-year-olds that can get what I'm talking about. And so if you're younger than that and you're like sitting here watching, super cool. Whatever age you are, you can watch. But I'm going to be speaking to the youth. I'm going to be speaking to you in your youth age because there are certain things I wish somebody could have just grabbed me by the shoulders, looked me in the eye and said, hey, Kirk, you need to pay attention to this. If you don't figure this out, this could actually ruin your life if you don't figure this out. And so each time we do these coaching sessions, and I'm going to be your coach, and I know I'm doing it for free, right? It's like, yeah, I just want to help you out. But I since I can't time travel, I'm going to talk to you and help you out. Okay, so each time we do this coaching session, which is going to be between, every 2, maybe every 1 to 2 to 3 weeks in between. It depends on, it's not going to be like this regular schedule. You're going to have to just stick with me, and I'll announce at the end of this class when the date is for the next one. And just show up, come back to this, and watch and listen and learn. Okay, so what is one of those parts that I wish I would have known when I was a kid? Now, as I go to show this to you, you might be sitting there listening and go, oh, I already know that. No. Don't act like you're a smarty pants and think you got it figured out. No, you got room to grow, my friend. I know you think you know everything, but just listen to what and watch what I'm going to show you. Because I'm telling you right now, there are people today who are struggling. There are people today who are struggling, and because I hear them, and they call me, and they text me, and I hear what they're struggling with, and what they're struggling with, they could learn how to deal with that, how to manage that. But along the way, when they were growing up, nobody knew to teach them those particular things. And so they missed out on some really important things to learn about life. And I got to tell you, the most important thing you could learn about yourself is about what goes on inside your skull. You got bones, you got these bones, you got this head of yours, they got this skull, and you think that what goes on inside your head is all okay. Well, sometimes there's stuff that goes on inside your head that's kind of weird, and you gotta get in here and take charge of what's going on inside your head. Because I watch people, I watch adults, I watch moms and dads and grandpas. I watch them, and I watch individuals, I watch teenagers who they don't run their head. They don't run what's going on inside of here. They're not taking charge, and they get themselves into trouble. And they actually are, they can get depressed and get super bummed out and really hating on life. And the reason why they hate on life is because they don't control what's going on inside their head. I'm telling you what, if you could control your head a little bit more, you could do cool things in this world. You could do cool stuff and do really crazy, awesome things, and they would happen. And you'd be like, wow, I love my life. But if you ever meet somebody who's hating on their life, it's because their head's messed up. I'm not kidding. It's in the head. And then the head gets messed up, and then that drops down, and then it messes up their feelings. And then they're super sensitive, and they get hurt easily. They get triggered easily. They're moody, and they're just grumpy all the time. And like every day is a bad day for them. But where it started was in their head. That's where it happens, right here. It's in the head. And so your head is what we got to focus on. We got to focus on what's going on inside your head, because if you don't know what's going on inside your head and you don't know how this works, you could get messed up too. You don't want that to happen. I'm telling you, it's just, it makes this whole life like dark and dreary and just yucky and so hard and so terrible if your head's messed up. Now, so if you meet somebody that their life is a mess, you know the answer. Oh, it's in your head. And you need to get in your head, and you need to sort out your head. So if somebody, one of your friends, and they're hating on life, it's because of stuff. And I'm going to teach you what that stuff is, because there's stuff happening inside their head that it's got some junk in there. And I know it's like, wait a second. No, I have this skull. How can junk get in my head? Oh, there's lots of ways. Lots of ways that trash can blow in, junk can blow in, and your head, your mind can actually get polluted. So, in the kitchen, when the trash can or the trash bucket or whatever your trash can, it's not really a can, the trash in the kitchen, when it gets full and it gets stinky, and then mom or dad or whoever you're with says, hey, you need to take out the trash. And you have to go like grab the bag, and you look in there and you go to close the bag, and you get this big whiff of just stinky, like, oh man, this is bad. So your head has a couple spots on it that information, junky, trashy information can get in. So one of the ways that junk can get in your head is it can go through your eyes. Not like a pencil in your eye. That would hurt. Where's a pencil? I'm not talking about like something actually going into your eye. That would be weird. No, but like if I look at something like this right here, I got a birthday card from my sister. If I look at this birthday card from my sister and I look at it, that image goes into my eye and goes into my brain. So that got into my head. And so inside your brain, there's a place where that image, the image of this birthday card goes through my eyes. And then it goes into my brain, and then boop, it gets put in my brain. So that's a birthday card. That's something cool, right? So this birthday card can actually get in my head. What? No, look. It doesn't, I mean, there's no like filing cabinet, to like put it in, and it doesn't like physically get in, but it does get in. Wait a minute. How does that happen? Well, when I look at it, the thing that's looking at it is my eyes, but really what's looking at it is my brain. My brain is looking through my eyes at the birthday card. So now this birthday card is inside my brain, but no, it's not, but it is. And so this gets in, and this is a good thing. So you can put good things into your brain with your eyes. So what you look at goes into your mind. Now, why does that matter? Why does that matter? It's like, oh, whatever, Kirk, it doesn't really matter. Well, it does. And this is one of those important things you want to learn about life, is that if I put this birthday card into my mind through my eyes, now my mind has that picture of the birthday card. Now, so what does that do, Kirk? Well, when I go to make decisions and I go to make choices, whenever I'm going to make a choice, my brain will look at all the information I have inside my brain. So when I have to make a decision, a really important decision, or even little easy decisions, my brain then looks at all the pictures and all of the information inside my brain to make a choice. So let's say I've got garbage. Let me see what I got in my garbage. Okay, let's go with this. Okay, here's some garbage. This is garbage. So if I look at, and now this is a chip bag. Okay, but let's say it's something bad. Well, I don't have anything bad in my trash, but let's just say this is something bad. This is bad for your brain. If I look at this, it goes in my eyes and it goes straight to my brain and immediately gets in my brain. So if this is bad and I look at it and it goes in here, now when I go to make choices, my brain uses all of the information to make a choice. And so if my brain is full of trash, my choices are not going to be the best. They're going to be worse. I'm going to make worse choices because my head is full of trash. And you know what happens when you make a choice that is not good? You end up with not good things happening to you. What? I know. And then you know what people say when something bad happens to them? They go, "Oh, my life is just the worst." And it's like, whoa, no. Hold on a second. What's in your brain? What do you got in there? You got trash, or do you have happy thoughts? If you have happy thoughts, you will make better decisions. And you know what happens when you make better decisions? Better results. Better things happen. You make better choices, and you can solve things. You can figure things out. You can figure out how to make things work better in your life. But here's what I learned. Here's the thing. Is I meet people who have made bad choices, or they have made choices that are not so good. They're kind of like the same thing, but they're a little bit different. But they make these bad choices, and so they have these bad things happen, and they can't make decisions, and so then they struggle beyond what they normally are struggling, like, because life has struggle, right? But when you have trash in your brain, it makes life a lot worse, because you can't solve problems. You can't solve problems. Now, here's something for you to know, whatever age you're at. Life has challenges, and we get to face those challenges, and we get to problem solve. We get to solve problems when they come to us. And that's like the coolest part about life. I wish I would have known, is that life has challenges, and to get through that challenge, I've got to solve that problem or solve that challenge. So everybody has challenges, but it depends if you have trashy brain or if you have a good feeling brain. If you got a good feeling brain and you filled your brain full of good things, you will be able to solve problems. But if you filled your head full of trash, yucky stuff in here, you can't solve problems. You're a mess. You're a mess. And it's not that life is harder on you. It's not life. Life is the same way for everybody. Everybody has the same life coming at them. Same challenges, same problems, same everything. But if your brain is full of trash, you're the one who has put yourself in a tough and terrible situation. And when you can't solve problems, you know what happens? You become depressed. And you could be depressed at 10 years old. You could be depressed at 16 years old. You could be depressed at 90 years old. When people can't solve problems, they get super frustrated, and then they start to get depressed about life. They don't even want to get out of bed. They don't even try, because they can't get their brain to work. And the reason why they can't get their brain to work is because there's trash thoughts inside their head. And there's not very many good thoughts. There's not very many good thoughts. And so they can't solve problems. They can't solve them. And so they feel stuck. They feel like they can't move forward. They feel like they can't do anything right. Like everything they choose to do falls apart. Everything they do is wrong. It's because you have trash in your head, more trash than good thoughts. And so what you put in here is going to determine the way your life goes. Now, remember, you're going to face challenges. Everybody faces challenges. Everybody. What you want to be good at is solving problems. And how do you solve problems? You got to have good stuff in your head. If you got trash in your head, you can't solve problems. It's tough to solve problems, and then you're going to be stuck. So trash equals stuck. Good thoughts help you solve problems. So the big change that happened in my life is I finally realized that life is not terrible. Life is good. It's just that I had trash in my head. I had negative thoughts about myself. I had hurtful thoughts about myself. So this thing right here, yours, okay, yours, this right here, if you don't take care of it, you're going to live a very miserable life, just so you know. And if I could go back at my 12-year-old self, if I could go back and visit myself at 12 years old, I would sit myself down and I would say, hey, this is your brain. And you need to care about this at 12 years old. Like, really be careful about what you think. Like, you be in charge, Kirk, of what goes on inside your head. Because, see, back then, Kirk wasn't thinking about that. Kirk was all worried about if his bike was cool, if his handlebars were cool, if his grips on his bike were like the coolest ever, and that my bike could go fast. That's what I thought about all the time. That and fishing. I wasn't thinking about my head because it wasn't important. I didn't want to learn. So what is there? There's two powers. There's two powers. This is the trash, and this is the positive or the good things of life. So there's good things of life, and there are things that are negative or things that can hurt you. So the good things, we can look at this a little bit closer. We can look at this and go, oh, okay. So the positive helps me do these words: build, create, help, be kind, be motivated. And over here, the trashy part, this over here, this is where I don't like stuff. I hate my life. I hate myself. I hate the way my parents talk to me. I hate getting up in the morning. I hate cleaning my room. I hate everything. So here's the thing. If you have this negative inside you, like if this gets in you, these negative thoughts about people or negative thoughts about you, it's going to mess with you. And when I say mess with you, what I mean is it's going to mess with your choices, because your thoughts are going to get into your choices. And then your choices are going to be messed up. They're not going to be the best. And that's going to cause additional problems. Okay, so this stuff gets in your head. And like I was showing you, one way to go in is through your eyes. That goes boom, straight to your brain. Another way is your ears, what you listen to, the kinds of things you listen to, like music. What kind of music do you listen to? Are you checking the lyrics of the song? Because there's some cool songs out there that have trash. They have trash for lyrics. And you're getting trash in your brain through a cool sounding song. The music sounds good, but the lyrics are trash. You got to be super careful with music. I tell you what, if you like a song and you care about your brain, you will look up the lyrics and make sure that that song is not putting trash in your head. Because I've studied music. I watch the top 10 songs on iTunes. I watch music and I look at the lyrics and it's like, wow, there's a cool sounding song with trash. And you're getting trash on your brain. And then guess what? You're irritating, you're moody, you're critical about your parents, you're like mean to your brothers and sisters. You're kind of a jerk. When you get trash in your brain, you turn into a jerk and you don't even know it. You're selfish and you're jerky. I'm just going to call it out. You get trash in your head, you will become a hurtful person. Look, I'll show you. I'll show you right here. Look, it's on the list. Look over here. If you have trash in your brain, you are going to ruin things. You're going to be destructive. You're going to be hurtful. You're going to be mean. You're going to be angry. You're going to be depressed. I'm going to put one over here. You're going to get moody. Oh my goodness. You're getting moody. No, it's not moody. It's moody. You're going to be moody. But that can come from music. From music, because music goes in the ears. It goes in the ears. And it's like a sneaky way that the devil is putting trash in your head. You got to know it. You got to know that that trash is either going through your eyes or through your ears. And you probably don't care. Oh, it doesn't matter, Kirk. I'm telling you, if I could time travel and go talk to myself, I'd be like, watch the music. Don't listen to trash lyrics. I don't care how cool the music is. But wait, let me tell you, back here when I was 12, I told my mom all the time, Mom, back off. It's a good song, Mom. And my mom would say, the lyrics aren't good. And I would argue with my mom, and I was a jerk. My mom was trying to help me protect my brain, and I was a jerk to my mom. That's terrible. Terrible to be a jerk to your mom. Not cool. Not cool. And the reason why I was being a jerk is because I had trash going through my ears into my head. And then that's how it made me, that's how it made me think. And then also it affected how I felt. Because what I think causes me to feel the same way. What's in my head gets in my heart. What's in my head will get in my heart. And just so you know, you can't stop your thoughts from getting into your heart. What you think is what you will feel. And so when I got this trash in my head from music going through my ears, it went in, it went to my thinking, it went to my feeling, and then boom, now my choices are I'm being moody and being a jerk to my mom, and that's not cool. But see, back then, I thought I was the smartest person on the planet and that my mom was messed up. If I only would have listened. Okay, so what are we talking about here? We're talking about how trash gets in your head and gets into your brain and then messes up your life. Okay, so it can go through your ears. It can go through your eyes. Those are two really important things to protect, your eyes and your ears. Because what goes into your head gets into your feelings and then it comes out of your mouth. So if you happen to be a jerk and you're moody and you're mean and angry and you're like grumpy and depressed and you got this stuff going on, it's because you have trash in your head. And the trash got on your heart. That's why. It's not a mystery. You have junk in your head. That's not good. That's what's going on. And when you have this kind of stuff in your head and in your heart, guess what? You don't want to do anything. You don't want to do anything. You don't want to clean your room. You don't want to do your chores. You don't want to hang out with the family. You're literally being a jerk. And you're being a jerk because you got trash in your head. You need to know it. Like I told you, I'm going to tell you like I'm telling myself. So I'm talking to me. If you're listening, and if it matches you, okay, well, just listen. Don't turn me off. Don't tune me out. Don't tune me out. I know you're going to try to. Your brain's going to go, oh, no, Kirk, it's not me. It's my mom. It's my dad. It's my grandpa. It's my grandma. No, you see, at your age, you probably don't care about your brain. But you will when you become 25, 26, 27 years old, and you can't get your life to move forward, and you're really struggling, and you're like, what's wrong with me? If you ever wonder what's wrong with you, you have trash in your head. And then that trash got in your heart. That's what's wrong with you. You're not broken. You just have trash. And your friend who's struggling and they're just hating on life. And they're just struggling and they're just like, they can't figure out what's wrong with them. They have trash that got in their head. But Kirk, they didn't go around looking for trash. I know. But the movies you watch, the music you listen to, the TV shows you watch, the YouTube videos you watch, there's trash in there. somewhere. And if you're not paying attention to your brain, you're not caring about your brain and what's going in your eyes and what's going in your ears, you unconsciously had trash come in and just get all over your brain. And now you got trash brain, and now you got to make choices. And anybody who has trash brain, hear me on this. Anybody who has trash brain doesn't want to hang out with family and friends. They don't want to. They don't want to be awake. They just want to sleep all the time. People who have trash brain, they want to sleep all the time. They don't want to work. They don't want to hang around people. And if anybody asks them to do something who has trash brain, they get all irritated, super irritated about what's going on. Whoa. You might have a brother or sister who's got trash brain. They might have it. And you're like, oh, this explains them. So if your brother or sister's like super moody and they're just irritated about everything and they just hate on everything and they argue with mom and dad all the time, if they're like that, they got trash on the brain. It's not that they're broken. They're just cluttered. They got trash. Now remember this. And let me just, before I go there, it's sad, isn't it? When you see family members who have trash brain, because you're wondering what happened to them. See, most people don't pay attention to what goes in their head. They don't pay attention to it. They think anything can go through your eyes and anything can go through your ears, and it doesn't matter. It matters more than anything about what goes in your eyes and goes in your ears, because then it gets on your brain. And then when you go to make a choice, and then it affects your choices and it affects your mood, what goes in your eyes and what goes in your ears. Now, is there hope for people who have trash brain? Yeah, there is. You got to take out the trash. And you got to start filling your head full of good stuff by looking at good things, listening to good things, reading good things. Got to fill your head full of good stuff so your head has more good in it than trash. We can all take out the trash in our brain, and we can all start to be careful about what gets in there. Because whatever gets in there, now it runs your life. And you could, and a person who has trash brain, let me go there. Let me go here for you just for a second. A person who has trash brain and they pray, like they're praying and they're asking their creator for help. And they're like, please help me. Something's wrong with me. But the trash is on their brain. We have to take the trash out. God doesn't get in there and take your trash out for you. No, this is your brain, and you have to deal with what you did to it. He doesn't clean our brains for us. He doesn't. We have to clean our brains. I know that sounds weird, but I hear people all the time that says, I pray and I ask God or my creator to clean my brain. I'm like, well, what did you do to clean your brain? Nothing. It's like, okay, how did that work? And they go, well, it didn't work. I go, I know. Our brain is ours. It's our domain. It's for us to take care of. And so you know how you got to clean your room once in a while, and your mom or your dad says, hey, you got to clean your room. And or maybe now you've moved out. I don't know what the situation is, but if you don't like to clean, if you don't like to clean your room, or you don't like to clean the garage, or you don't like to clean the dishes, or you don't like to take out the trash, if you don't like to clean, that's a little bit of an issue. If I could like come over to your house today, I would like help you clean your room. I know that'd be weird, right? I know, but I have to tell you, it's super valuable to learn to like to clean. Because if you can clean your room, that skill will help you clean your brain. If you can do the dishes and be okay with doing the dishes and you don't grumble about it, you don't hate on it, you can clean your brain. If you'll take out the trash and be like, yeah, I want to take out the trash, that's going to help you in recognizing the trash that's in your head. So to clean the garage, do the dishes, clean your room, take out the trash, clean up the yard, find the trash in the yard, all of that type of behavior teaches you how to clean your brain. Now, usually, as a kid when I was growing up, I didn't like taking out the trash. I didn't like doing the dishes. I didn't like cleaning the house. I didn't like cleaning the yard. I didn't like chopping wood. I didn't like, doing all those cleaning projects. I thought that it was a waste of time. But if I could go back to my 12-year-old self, I would sit down with my 12-year-old self and say, we need to talk. Learn to love to clean. You're going to wish you knew how to clean your brain, but learn to love doing dishes, taking out the garbage, cleaning your room, cleaning the garage, whatever kind of crazy project your parents have. And I know it's burning up your playtime, but for the rest of your life, if you learn to like cleaning and organizing, you will be able to clean your brain at a better rate than anybody else. And this is the thing that changed my life forever, is learning how to get the trash off my brain. Wow, right? Wow. Okay, so I know you're wondering, okay, Kirk, how do I clean my brain? Okay, so to get to the stage of cleaning your brain, what we need to do, though, is we need to put in a lot more good. But Kirk, I got trash in my brain. Help me clean up my brain. Well, you don't have the power and the strength to clean up your brain. You're kind of wimpy in your brain. Once you get trash on your brain, you get wimpy. You don't have the ability to get in there and push out the negative. So first, I want to help you get strong. So we need to strengthen your brain. We need to put good in. Good. So your assignment, I'm going to give you an assignment. I know you don't want it, but it's a good one. I want you to find 10, that's probably too many, five songs that have really good lyrics, because you check the lyrics, right? You check the lyrics. You find 5 songs that's got really good lyrics. And I want you to listen to all 5 songs first thing in the morning when you wake up. Boom, 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 boom. All 5 of those songs first thing in the morning. And then before you go to bed, I want you to listen to all 5 songs. And during the day, listen to them. Listen to them. And you can have more than 5. You can have a playlist of 10, 20. But at least 5. At least 5. Now, these are songs with really good lyrics because you checked them. You looked up the lyrics on lyrics.com and you looked up the lyrics, you read the lyrics, and it's like, that's good for my brain. So what I want from you is to put the good in and to work on that between now and when I'm going to talk to you next. My next training we're going to talk about taking out the trash. Because right now, you don't have the strength to do it. So if I taught you, you wouldn't do it. That I've done this enough to know what it takes to help a person is you need to help them get strong so they can do the hard work. Because taking out the trash in your brain, it's hard work. It's not just easy when you do it right. I mean, there's like cheater ways to do it, but it doesn't last very long. And there's cheater ways to like, oh, I feel good today. And then tomorrow you feel like crap. I mean, it's just like, sorry, I said crap, but you just feel like crap. It's just like, how come it didn't work forever? It's like, because you did the cheater way. You didn't do the real deep cleaning. So we can't do deep cleaning right now because you're not strong enough. We're going to have to talk next time about doing that work and getting this trash off your brain. I love your brain. Do you love your brain? I hope so. Because if you don't love your brain, you're going to live a really messed up life. You're going to deal with a lot of terrible things in your life that you could have solved. You could have got through them. But your head, your brain was clumped up with trash. So nobody can take care of your brain besides you. There's nobody on the planet who can clean up your brain besides you. If you don't care about your brain and you're going to look at whatever you want and you're going to listen to whatever music you want, I'll tell you right now, your brain is going to get trashed. And then when you try to make decisions to like try to do better in your life, you're not going to have the power and you're not going to have the clarity and you're going to have a really difficult time and it's going to be a mess. And I know what you'll do. You'll blame your mom. You'll blame your dad. You'll blame God. You'll hate on your life and you will think that you are messed up. You're not messed up. You just have trashy brain. Okay. So you're not messed up. You're trashed. So you got to clean up the trash. And the kitchen garbage doesn't get taken out until somebody takes out the trash. And so the same thing with your head. You are the only one who can take out the trash in your head. You got to start it. You got to care enough about what's in here and care enough about your life that you're actually focusing on the important parts. And that's what's going on with what's going in your eyes and what's going in your ears. Now, here's something else. Once you get trash on your brain, it makes you want to watch and look at and listen to more trash. Trash likes more trash. Be careful. Just because right now you think, oh, this is cool. I can just watch whatever movie I want. I can listen to whatever music I want. It's not going to affect me. Oh, wait till you grow up. You're going to find out you're stuck because your head has trash in it. And that trash creates negativity. And that negative stuff in your head is going to cause you to be super judgmental of yourself, super critical of yourself. And then you're going to be really, really down on yourself. It's a dangerous place because it actually will lead you to a place of committing suicide, death by suicide. And that's not the path to go down. A trashy brain that is left alone and it just has trash on it, that person is on the path to taking their life. I just need to say it and you just need to know it. And it's like, Kirk, you're being dramatic. No, I'm being a realist. I've seen way too many people dealing with almost deciding to take their life. And it's like, why? Oh, because they have trash thoughts about themselves, because they have negativity in them. You can't go through life and not clean up your brain and think you're going to be okay. If you don't clean up your brain, you're going to have a mess on your hands. So what do we got to do about this? You got to put good in. And what's the good we're going to work with? We're going to work with 5 songs that have good lyrics. And you listen to those songs first thing in the morning. The plan is, well, first thing in the morning and then right before you go to bed. The plan is that those lyrics get in your ears and get in your brain. We need some good, strong, positive comments with music getting into your head. Now you pick the songs, find your favorites, right? But this is an easy way to power up your brain because music will take those lyrics and that music will go in your ears, boom, straight to the deep parts of your brain. And it will start to charge you, start to build you. And after about 2 days, you're going to start to feel more confident. You're going to start to feel like you can do things. And it probably is going to feel a little weird. Like, whoa, how come I feel like I want to clean my room? I know it's weird. But when you have good in your head, let me show you the list again. It's like this isn't like weird stuff. It's like super simple science here. You put in the good. Watch, we take this, boom, we put in good, and then we take another. Oh, not that word. We need the good juice here. Oh, hold on a second. Wait for it. 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 Boom. Here we go. Okay. So yeah, there's negative in there, but we're going to put this good in here and go, okay, we're going to just pile up the good lyrics. We're just going to pile it up, right? And those good lyrics and those good vibes from the song get in there, and then they get into your thoughts. It starts to get into your heart. You start to feel the vibe in your body, and it's going to start helping you make better decisions. Boom. And so we want to build up this positive power inside you through a simple process using music, which is not hard. You find 5 songs, you push play, boom, you got them. And you listen to it. You don't have to sing them, but if you do sing them, it actually makes it go faster. So then we build up this positive power inside your head. Then when we talk next, we'll use this positive power to push out the negative, to take out the trash. We're going to use that to push things out. And so then that strength you have is what's left. That's what's inside you. And then when you go to make choices, what? Shut the front door. Are you serious? Look at this. Now, when you go to make choices, you got the good juice, not the bad juice, right? You don't have the trash in there. You got some positive power to be able to use. This is not woo-woo stuff. This is like survival skills on the planet. If you don't care about your brain, the trash will pile up. And you may want to talk to your mom and say, hey, Mom, have you taken out the trash in your brain lately? Well, Kirk's got us listening to music. Hey, Mom, what's your 5 favorite songs? Mom, maybe you need to listen to songs. Maybe you need to sit down with your dad or go help him in the garage and say, Dad, I care about you. Dad, what music do you listen to? Let's find you 5 good songs, Dad. Go help your mom. Help your dad. Or maybe it's your brother. Maybe it's your sister. Maybe it's your friend. And when they try to tell you, oh, that's not going to do anything. What? You're going to listen to somebody who has trash on their brain? Like all of a sudden they're smarter than you? No, they don't know. They don't have any smarts about them, about what's going on with their brain. If they're down and depressed and upset and moody and angry and upset, and they just react to everything, they've got trash on their brain. And if they try to tell you it's not going to work, they don't know. Don't listen to them. Get them to listen to you. It's really interesting that people who have a bunch of trash on their brain, they think they know how to take care for their brain. That doesn't make sense. How would somebody who's angry, upset, moody, trigger happy, just totally just, like they know more than you and I? No, they don't. They don't. They think they do. They think they do, but they don't. If they are grumpy, if they are moody, if they get angry and upset and they're mean towards other people and they're loud or critical or you see them pulling away or you see them off by themselves, they've got trash on their brain. They need help. And what you do is you approach them and say, hey, we're going to find some music for you. And I want you to listen to it first thing in the morning with good lyrics. It's got to have good lyrics. And just after a couple days, oh, so good. Those lyrics get in, they go through your ears, boom, they get in the head, strengthen you, and they still have the trash. But it starts to empower them, starts to build up their strength. And it's a good thing. Yeah, the trash is still there. It's still there. It's still there. But we'll work on this the next time we get together, because that's a whole nother discussion. Right now, it's time to power up. Right now, it's time to care about your brain. Because every decision you make, it searches everything you put in it to make that decision. And if you got trash, you get trash. You got good, you get good. Wow. It's so good. It's so good. Care about your brain. Care about your brain. It's so important. Oh, I hope you're still listening. Because okay, and now that's my time travel trip. Is that's what I would tell myself today. Be like, just listen to music. And of course, if you are doing things that are putting trash in your head, it's going to be tough to stop because you can get addicted to the trash. You can. And it's going to take a bit to like build up the power to start that whole process of having the strength to stop. So if you have music that you're just like, oh, but Kirk, you don't understand. This music really understands me, but it's got trashy lyrics to it. I don't care how cool the song is. It's going to mess with your head. Flat out, it's going to mess with your head. Stop listening to that song. Or if you got a YouTube channel that's putting trash in your head, do everything you can to stop watching the channel. Or if you got movies that you're like, oh, it's okay if I watch this stuff. It's like, think about the future just a little bit. Whatever you put in your head affects the way you can make decisions. At 35 years old, I finally woke up to this. At 35 years old. If I could help you at the age you're at right now, and if you could hear me, and if you could pay attention to what goes on inside your head and what you're putting inside here, man, you could be super powerful and create and build amazing things in your life. You literally could be living this category right here. But if you don't, you'll be living in this category. And you're going to see a lot of people living this way and being this way because they didn't know to take care of their brain. They didn't know. So 5 songs to be able to help build up your brain, to be able to be on this category. It's good to be in this category. It's miserable to be on this side. It's terrible. Everything that's in your head gets into your heart about how you feel. And everything that gets into your head affects your choices. And to me, I want to make the best choices because I want the best results. And that's happening for me. And if it can happen to me, somebody who struggled in school and didn't work very well for me, but I can change in my life. At 35 years old, I started changing. And if I can change at 35, you can change at your age. But it only matters if you care about your brain and what you're putting in it. Okay, cool. Okay, before we go here, if you have not seen this, ask your parent or guardian to go to this link and put in their name and email to get these audio books. Go to 3ke.2/family, and there's 2 audios here. One's called Hero Generation. The other one is called Mind of Steel. Great things to listen to. Great information to get in your head, because this way I can help you inside your head win the battle against negativity to help. And so the stronger your mind is, the more you want to be alive. The weaker your mind gets, you don't want to be alive. So it's important that you get information in your head that's going to help you. Oh, I forgot about this. Somehow my little email got put on there. I'm like sending my email address out to the world. So when you go to that link, this one right here, when you go to this link, it's going to take you to this page and you'll see a little picture of me, a little video of me, and then have your parent or guardian put in their name and their email address and then click, and then they'll get an email with the downloads of both of those audios, and then listen to them. It's really good. It's going to help you. Because I tell you what, I wish everyone would care about their brain just a little bit more. We'd be a lot nicer to each other. a lot nicer. So yeah, if you haven't got these downloads yet, go do that. Super helpful for you. Be able to have those, and you can get those downloads and then play them in the kitchen so your kids can listen to them. So consider this. These people on this side who have this inside their head, these people want to be alive. They're excited for the day. These people over here that have this in their head, they don't want to be alive. They hate in life. This people over here, they love life. So you might want to ask yourself, do you love life? And if you don't, if you're hating on it, you probably have too much trash in your head. Time to build it up. And the way we're going to do it, get 5 songs, listen to them first thing in the morning and before you go to bed at night to build up your head. And then I will talk to you then in 2 weeks. I'll talk to you in 2 weeks. So that's 2 weeks, right? It's close to 2 weeks. But our next time we're going to chat is on July 15th. Hold on. This is a Thursday. There we go. Thursday, July 15th at 11:30 a.m. So you're going to build up your brain with music and pay attention to what's going in your eyes and what's going in your ears. Okay, mark your calendar for July 15th, 11:30, Thursday. And by the way, if you do forward this link to a family member, we will also be able to send them the announcement of when the next coaching is. So if you got friends or you know another family and it's like, whoa, they'd love this, forward them this link so that they get these audios, and then we'll email them and tell them when the next one is, and we'll send them the link too. So that's the next one, Thursday, July 15th, 11:30 to 12:30 on that particular day. Cool? All right, cool. Okay. Who cares about the brain? Click the raise the hand button if you care about your brain. Do you? Do you really care about what's going on in your brain? I hope so. Be careful of what goes in your eyes and what goes in your ears, because it all goes into here. And if you have to close your eyes so you don't see that stuff, close your eyes. If you have to plug your ears so you don't have to see the trash or hear the trash, then close your eyes, plug your ears, keep the trash from getting in your head. There's no reason to live a trashy brain life. No, we get to live a clean brain life. We get to. And if you do, you make such good choices. You can build, you can create, you'll love your life. You wake up excited for the day because you know you're a creator and you can build and create the coolest life ever. You can, even amongst everything going on in the world, you can still love getting up in the morning and love your life. Okay, I got to go. Thanks. Good to see you. Hope you're doing good. We'll talk to you again on July 15th. All right. Love your brain. All right. See you guys. Bye-bye.